Is the legendary Jeep Wrangler headed for disaster? Toyota has just unleashed a new budget SUV to take on Jeep's most popular model. With sales plummeting and reputation crumbling, can Jeep survive the onslaught? Stay tuned as we look at the numbers behind Jeep's downfall, reveal the critical flaws in the Wrangler, and explain why the end could be near for an American icon. Jeep has had to deal with many issues lately. Now, Toyota will be launching an SUV that costs $20,000. This is a major announcement since it will compete against the top-selling Jeep model, the Wrangler. This isn't the only thing. Jeep is already falling in popularity and has had a poor image. Toyota hopes to capitalize on this. They have already figured out the best strategy for success if we're being truthful. It's just a matter of time until it occurs. The Land Cruiser has made a massive revival, and it's not even the only vehicle Toyota will release on the market. The company is also making another model that is very similar to the Land Cruiser, and some are saying it's the miniature Land Cruiser. If we're truthful, this SUV has numerous characteristics. What's that got to have to do with Jeep? I'll ask you, what's the first thought that pops into your mind when you think of the word Jeep? Most people think of off-roading as well as the legendary Jeep Wrangler. However, things are getting negative for Jeep. We're not stating this simply because the competition is getting intense. It goes much deeper than the fact that, in general, Jeep volume sales have decreased in the past 4 years. They've been around for more than 100 years. In 2018, they'll celebrate the 80th anniversary of their existence. In the past, when you considered American brand names, Jeep used to be the first brand that came into your head. Then why do more Jeep automobiles swarm up on dealer lots than the other manufacturers? There's a feeling that nobody wants to purchase a Jeep. If you're a Jeep fan or have a fond memory of their fame, the idea of buying a Jeep seems impossible. We'll now take a look at the numbers, since numbers don't necessarily tell the truth. Jeep is able to offer a 77-day stock on its sites as well as the average national supply of 53 days. However, that's not the full image. It is better to compare Jeep against its major opponents. Toyota and Honda offer only 2.5 days of stock and 28 days respectively. This is absurd if you consider the situation. However, that's not all. GMC has the longest time of 63 days. Chevy has 50, and Hyundai has 49. The sole major brand to have the same amount of sales as Jeep is Ford, which has a 76-day supply, and we are aware of the difficulties Ford goes through. It means that Jeep's appeal is declining. It's not that high inventories aren't a problem in its own. It's great when the vehicle is well known enough that people would like to have more. This isn't the case in this instance. Their supporters are switching their sides. In the first quarter of 2018, only 44% of Jeep owners swapped their vehicles in exchange for a new Jeep, which could seem to be a good thing. Yet, the number is declining over the past few years and is only likely to keep falling. Jeep has sold 684,000 Jeeps, which is a 10% decline over 2022. The remaining 25% of total sales are attributed to the Wrangler, and that figure has been declining. Why is this? There are two primary causes. One reason is that the Wrangler was created specifically with off-roading to be thought of. However, the tough and rugged exterior is appealing to all types of motorists. The Wrangler isn't designed specifically for this, especially older versions. It isn't built for the urban setting. However, this isn't the only reason Jeep will be headed towards the end of the world. Make sure to be aware. It's designed to be driven in difficult locations. The Wrangler is a definite off-road vehicle. However, most Wrangler owners aren't interested in this. Based on a study conducted recently, 72% of Wrangler owners are men and 92% of them have children. A typical Wrangler owner's income averages around $115,000 and 94% own houses. This is in order to highlight how unique the Wrangler's owner is with other off-road SUV owners. This is one of the most expensive SUVs. Yet it's not reliable. Wrangler isn't dependable. It's not made of excellent body components, and some users have expressed their displeasure about the lack of panels in the interior. Today, the Wrangler is known as an undependable off-road vehicle. However, that's not the only thing to worry about. Electronics malfunctioning during driving, problems with fuel pumps, transmission issues, and axle issues are only some of the troubles associated with the Wrangler. However, this is only happening to a few clients. The first thing to notice is the fact that this vehicle doesn't have significant security features. When you consider it, the vehicle doesn't need it, since it's designed to be used in urban areas. The people who use the Wrangler tend to drive in the urban area. With a demographic as it is, this could be an enormous negative. The Wrangler draws a more high-earning American who appreciates the features that are rugged and have capabilities. Are you familiar with that? Do you recognize the Toyota Land Cruiser has a similar appeal, but has a higher name for its durability? Maintenance costs for a Wrangler are around $694 per year. Comparing that with the median of the other cars, which is $652. Chances that a fix will cause an actual headache is 16%, while the other vehicles come in at 12%. It's just an issue of time before another car is released to take Jeep's loyal customers. The time for that is right here. The main thing that held it back was the Land Cruiser's dimensions differences. It is a huge vehicle. Land Cruiser is huge compared to the Wrangler. However, the model for 2024 is smaller in its dimensions. For those who want a much smaller vehicle, there's the miniature Land Cruiser. However, there's another reason why Wrangler's final days are coming near. It is because of the strict emission rules. It is no secret that the Jeep Wrangler has been through the ringer of emissions in Europe. Two-door models have been banned because of stricter guidelines. Here, in a few U.S. states, Jeep's parent company Stellantis has shuffled the deck to find new ideas. The company is focusing on hybrids that plug in for certain areas while sticking on gas for other places. Due to different emission regulations, California specifically has been thrown a curveball in particular, causing Stellantis to reduce Jeep production in anticipation of less sales for gas-powered vehicles. They've even removed certain Wranglers powered by gas across 14 states. Wrangler has been caught within the regulatory shuffle for emission control. Therefore, while traditional gasoline Wranglers only are available in certain areas, however, the wheels are moving towards a more green direction in certain states. The 2024 Land Cruiser and the Mini Land Cruiser, on the contrary, will be coming with a hybrid design that will surely satisfy the majority but not all states. The other reason behind Jeep's performance is quite difficult. The first reason is the contest. In 2024, the Jeep Wrangler hit the stage in April. If you're curious whether there were any updates planned, Jeep kept things familiar to the model of 2024 which made its debut in April. No frame tweaks, minor body modifications to improve safety during crashes, and an all-new Dana 44 HD full-float rear axle. Rubicon is fitted with factory winches, new wheel designs, as well as an improved front face. The two main rivals, as we have said, are two models, the Land Cruiser and the Mini Wrangler. The list isn't complete. Ford and Jeep were in a battle against the Bronco as well as the Wrangler for quite a long duration. What's different is that Toyota comes into its rivals with a completely different approach. If you are a fan of the luxury feel, you will find that Toyota provides the same degree of premium, if perhaps superior, in this Land Cruiser. If you're not looking for the size of a large SUV, you can find Toyota offers you a solution with its Mini Land Cruiser. Beware of its dimensions. It's very powerful. We'll talk about the figures. The engine options for 2024's Wrangler include a turbo 2-liter 4-cylinder, a 3.6L V6, and a hybrid plug-in, as well as a massive 6.4L V8. It is compatible with manual 6 speeds or an 8-speed auto, while all three models are auto. There's no turbo diesel in 2024's model. There's a chance to achieve 700 horsepower and close to 500 lb-ft of torque if you choose Rubicon 392 trim. Rubicon 392 model. However, if you choose the 4xe model, you'll receive 21 miles of electric-powered driving at 49 miles per gallon and get from 0 to 60 within 6 minutes. The Mini version of the Land Cruiser is expected to have the same options for engines like the RAV4 and will come with gasoline, hybrid, and hybrid plug-in versions. The engines will deliver enough power and a high level of efficiency for a compact SUV. That's not all. It could also be an all-electric model on the market. The larger Land Cruiser comes with a significantly more powerful and efficient engine. Additionally, you have it with the iForce Max hybrid system across every trim level. The system is comprised of the 2.4L turbocharged 4-cylinder engine along with an electric motor as well as the 10-speed auto transmission. It produces 325 horsepower as well as an impressive figure of 465 pounds of torque. While the horsepower may be lower than that of the Wrangler, however, it has plenty of torque that can be useful in off-roading. If you're looking to have the capabilities of a Wrangler, it is possible to have them thanks to Toyota's durability. The car market is changing. If firms adapt as Toyota does, they will make more than they have. Jeep must adapt to provide its Wrangler with distinct selling points similar to the past. If they do not, then they'll fail. This is a given. However, it's not clear if they're ready to accept the current era. This is the third reason for them to be at this point. Let's discuss something different, that is the price fights. The Wrangler begins at $36,900 and the most expensive model, called which is the Rubicon 392, is priced at $90,500. The basic 2024 Bronco is priced at $39,100 to get the Big Bend trim, and the most expensive trim begins at $89,300. Its Land Cruiser starts at around $55,000. This is a bit more than the earlier model. However, the Land Cruiser Mini is expected to be priced between $20,000 and $25,500. Yeah, it's like a lot of work. However, their approach will be clear. What is the purpose of making a compact SUV with a more expensive price if they already have an extremely popular, flagship, and efficient SUV that has a similar style and design which starts at around $50,000? It makes sense. We're suggesting this could mean the end of Jeep. The company doesn't have a great selling number and their top-selling vehicle is stuck between rocks and a hard spot. So with sales dropping and new competition moving in, it seems Jeep is stuck between the proverbial rock and hard place. Can the Wrangler reclaim its mojo with some updates and a revived marketing campaign? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of America's most iconic automotive brands? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.